Welcome, guys. Welcome to Witty Sports. This is where young men sit down, enjoy football, enjoy sports, and banter. This is the only thing that keeps young men together. And I have some amazing guys with me. These guys, if I tell you their profile, but let's just leave it very minimal because their profile is very high. High standards one. On my right, so this is my right. This thing dey always confuse me.
That's your right.
On my right. On my right, I have a prospect. The guy is prospect, and he has been playing football. He's my guy, yo. He's a prospect. He plays for Benin Diaspora, and he's an upcoming coach. Coach Nino. Welcome, Coach Nino. No, that thing you want to say. Let's just leave it in your chest.
Okay.
No, enemies can battle you. No matter what you do.
You play for Benin Diaspora.
Yes, currently, I've played other places and other leagues. So
And
I'm currently now playing for Benin Diaspora.
okay.
I also did my UEFA B license. So that's just it.
I like the way you said he played in other places and failed.
I did not fail.
He failed the rising star. A hot prospect
I was holding that part.
No, he's a hot prospect that is not cold. He said, so right now you can be a cold prospect playing for Benin Diaspora.
But you are still playing.
But you're still a prospect. It's just that you're cold. You're not hot.
So all those our what they call them again? Those people that our scouts. Please, his boot is he's still a young man. He's not old.
Don't mind the body, mind the engine.
Mind the body.
Mind the engine.
Okay. On my left is an FPL manager. FPL manager, not EPL manager.
There's a difference.
He's doing well
in
the
FPL.
FPL.
Yes.
Not EPL.
FPL. You don't need license.
It's not EPL.
Okay, what do you mean you don't need license?
You don't need license. You don't
And
need
you have
license
to
to
go and
become a
borrow-
coach.
You have to borrow different players
For different
to make them look good.
Why? After giving me profile, you now drop the thing back.
Remember, FPL is fantasy football.
You didn't have to say the full meaning now.
It's
So
fantasy.
that people will not think it's one big league.
It could be French Premier League.
No.
FPL.
No.
French Premier League.
It's fantasy football.
Yeah.
Coach KGB.
Thank you.
So-
A die-hard Arsenal fan.
It's a very die-hard from when
City.
from very before.
In
then-
the times of Saint Laurent.
Most of the young players, they don't know him.
No, they don't know.
No, when he has been there when Arsenal won the league.
Yes.
And every other person that's been watching football these days doesn't even know when Arsenal
Only has not won the league.
But however, it's
Yes.
KGB.
Yes.
Now, welcome to this Witty Sports.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Today we are going to say some things that happened over the weekend that almost 76% of Arsenal fans
They are not happy.
didn't like the result that came during the weekend. So I'll start with you, Coach.
The big Arsenal,
The big
Arsenal
Arsenal.
fan.
You have been in Arsenal for a very long while. You have been seeing what we have been doing.
She has cried.
No, I didn't even introduce myself, guys.
Yes.
I am the host.
Mm.
I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not coaches like them. I am a pundit now.
Now you are a pundit.
I'm a pundit. On FPL, I'm doing badly. So I'm a pundit.
Yes, it's at the bottom of the league. Actually.
Yes.
Yes,
Mm.
but
I am coach.
yeah.
I will just take the coach. I am your host, John Jerry. Anyways, so back to my question, Coach. Arsenal, something happened over the weekend with Declan Rice.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
if you analyze that game, right, you will see that there's a lot of hookup to what happened in that scenario. Now, if you look at the instance, you can see that Vetman tried to he was looking for trouble. Let me put it that way. He was looking for trouble because that ball was not at a place. Now, Vetman's excuse is that he was trying to look for what's this his other player's name? Welbeck. He's not a midfielder, and he said he's looking for Welbeck. Now, that particular incident changed the dynamics of the game. What is
Yes.
your take on that, sir?
As an Arsenal fan, yes, we have cried many tears.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
after the weekend,
Yes.
life has to go on. Yes. So after crying, we have to move on. We have to clean our tears and move on. But there are many sides to this story. And for me, we have the analysis is all there. Whether the ball is moving, whether he moved the ball, or there was a movement, or even the one that the ball is going outside. You understand?
Yeah.
Which so many variables that could have changed that referee's decision. However, the decision was given against us.
Okay.
That's the painful part.
Yes.
The other painful part, which not a lot of the referee people are talking about, is the fact that there's no consistency.
Yes.
If you did it if you are going to do it to Declan Rice, you should have done it
to João Pedro.
to João Pedro. Do you understand? You should have done it in the when it happened before. So, well, how about that consistency? That's what we are asking for.
Yes.
Now, these are very valid points. However,
Judging with the law.
However, no, I'm not even going to the law. The part that I'm going to is that, however, Arsenal should have wrapped up that game before this thing happened. That's my own pain.
Okay.
My own pain is that we can say that village people were on Declan Rice's case that day. But the thing is, if you have killed off the game, it doesn't matter what village people do. No weapon formed against you will prosper. You understand?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, I will still heap it on a moment of madness that decided the game, rather than saying it was the referee that decided the game. So there's a moment of madness. There's the inability of my team to take their chances. We could have killed up that game 3-0. So that even if they score 1 or 2, because we did well to mentally hold the game, with 10 men. But if we had killed the game, even if they score 1 or 2, and we have 3 goals, we would have secured the point. But now we are already putting ourselves in a bad place. Who is coming next? Tottenham. Who is coming next? Man City. Between us and the league, 7 to 8 points can appear if we don't perform in those matches. Or if another village people come against us, because now we don't have Merino, we don't have Declan Rice.
But you have Sterling coming into the game that can still win you some points.
We have Sterling. Who is that?
So what are your thoughts, sir? Nino, you're a Liverpool fan.
Yes.
But you watched the game.
I watched the game anyways.
So I don't want you to be biased.
No, I'm not gonna be biased because
But this is football. You play football.
yes,
And
I'm still
judging-
playing. I'm still playing.
Judging
football.
as a footballer,
Yes.
right? This is
As
how
a footballer, when you were actively playing,
No, as a
Not-
footballer that he is.
I'm still a footballer.
that you want to be.
So this is
From
the
village
angle I'm.
people.
This is the angle I'm coming from as
Yes.
a footballer.
Mm.
As a footballer, there's that tendency where you drop the ball, they put the ball to you, and that thing you do in training, you try to nudge the ball, like as players now.
Okay, so let me explain that scenario. Number one, I don't know why the ref decided to give a second yellow,
Yes.
because the whistle went that it was a foul
Yeah.
on Arsenal player.
Yeah.
Anyway, and the ball is supposed to be a dead ball before you kick it.
Kick the ball, yeah.
So the guy now flipped the ball. First of all, he touched Declan Rice, and it was about going out for a throw-in. So Declan Rice didn't know that the guy was almost at his back. Now how to try to kick the ball. Like, it was not intentional.
Yeah.
And immediately he's kicking the ball. Now the guy now had to kick Declan Rice, which was supposed to be a foul on the guy.
On the
I was just surprised seeing the referee raising a second yellow. I was like, is this football?
Football is gone.
It's gone. And one thing with England ref is when they have planned you. I'm sorry.
But the race statement to say that the yellow card was valid. That's Premier League referee. They said no. They released a statement on Twitter, on X, as to say that they didn't say much. What they just stated was the Declan's yellow card was valid.
reason.
They
No-
didn't
no
put
reason.
any reason.
Yes.
They just
So-
stated it that way because I saw it after the match. But what can we do?
It is what it
We
is.
hope that Arsenal appeal it if they can do something about it because Tottenham's game.
See,
As far as I'm concerned,
The appeal-
I
the
think
appeal
I
is
think
not-
I think
is
everybody I think everybody knows.
Yes.
Even the coaches they know. It's just that they cannot talk so that they don't get into trouble.
Yes.
FA, the Premier League referees, they always like to be an active part of the game, and that's not right. That takes away from the game of football. It takes away from the football that we know and love. Let the game flow. Don't be the one to decide the game over frivolities. Yes, there are times when calls can go your way. There are times when calls go against you. But when you are looking at what will decide a game, let it not be frivolities. Yes, in fact, even there was some that I can't remember who was doing the analysis and was saying that yes, the referee applied common sense. That's why he gave yellow card. I said
common sense.
That is no sense
They're
at
not
all.
like common
That-
sense.
That is no sense at all. You know, because that card could have gone to. In fact, for everything that happened in that whole scenario, maybe a card shouldn't have come. Maybe it is a case of calling people and saying you guys should not have done this, or give them a warning, especially when you know that the guy is already on a card.
Yeah.
So why do you have to? But these same things happen in UEFA, and you see their referees somehow they get the calls right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, even with Premier League referees and VAR. The way Premier League referees do VAR, it looks like, hey, this VAR is rocket science. However, you see when they apply it in UEFA, they apply it in Europa, even African Cup of Nations. African Nations Cup
was just the best.
They applied VAR and it was working.
Yeah.
So when it now comes to Premiership that is so hyped and there's a lot of money and then maybe they are using Premiership to play Naira bet and then they just decide those decisions and we don't, because I can't explain it, because Premier League should be better, referees should be better, should be better.
Moving on. Another incident happened during the course of the weekend, and this one favors you, a Liverpool fan. we will say there was an extra man that played against.
Are you saying Liverpool played 12 against 11?
No, that's what I'm saying. 12 against 11 because Casemiro was not playing for Man United.
So he was in Man U team, but he was playing against Man U.
Yes.
When you see people who are better than you,
Is that
you know there is this code that if you cannot beat them,
Join them. So Casemiro
so
the
the midfield that he was playing on, he was seeing driving bets, seeing
one touch,
seeing Zoboslai, McAllister, even Arnold had to come into the midfield. The football that Liverpool were playing was good for him.
Was
So
too
he
beautiful.
needed to join them.
Wow.
He needed to join them. And assuming that
He said he needed to join them.
he needed to join them. And assuming
So that he can play beautiful football.
beautiful football.
My goodness.
And their coach saw it coming that this guy have given away 2 goals already. If I leave him in the pitch on the pitch for the second half, this might end up 7-0 as usual. So he had to take him off during the half time. So he's a good Liverpool play good football now.
So quickly, should we say Casemiro is dead,
No, he's
has
brilliant.
finished,
No,
or
no.
there's still something that they need to bring out of him?
No. I won't say because as a coach, we always say never say
Never.
Do you understand? Never say never. And you know, no, it is not over
Until it is over.
until it is over. You know, there are so many more lines I can bring out that Casemiro can choose one
Wow.
and collect.
Casemiro, please, are you hearing?
He can choose one and collect. However, whatever is going on in his psyche, or you know, they need to bring him back, you know,
Yes.
and take him through some therapy to get this thing, so that if he now decides he's had enough of top level professional football, he can be
Can go back to Brazil.
you can go back here and be academy mentor, because there's still a job opportunity
For him.
for him.
Yeah.
Yes. So but he's a good player.
Yeah.
But his best days, are they ahead of him or behind him? He has to decide.
Best days are gone.
Moving on. Moving on. Something also happened in the transfer market. In this weekend also that just passed. You know,
Yes.
the transfer market was finishing for England, but outside Europe, it was still some movement, and there was somebody that has been the headline for Africans.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
our guy, Osimhen. You know,
What African best?
our African
African
best.
best.
African best.
You know, I don't know if I don't know. I don't want to. I don't know. But he went to Galatasaray eventually. You know, for God knows what, because there was Chelsea, there was money.
The Arab money.
You see that I said there was
Chelsea,
Chelsea, that is the club,
and then there's money. That is the business.
There's the business. So this is retirement.
Retirement plan.
This is your career. So they told him choose one. But now my brother Osimhen decided that he will stay in the middle. I don't know what he was, the chess or the pom pom or the village people that was doing him in that period, because I don't see how you miss Chelsea, you miss Arab. Now you have gone to Galatasaray on loan. I don't know if that is a redemption plan, because Napoli just sent him aside. But coach, what's your take on this?
I feel that
Because this money,
I feel that somebody did him dirty. As in, there's some.
village.
As in, I don't know whether it's village people that he needs to pick
This
up
one
a
is
phone
village.
and call. You know, and call village people. You understand? I don't know who he needs to call, but it feels like somebody did him dirty. And of course, we don't really know the whole details of the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So we don't know those details. But looking from outside, it's like, you did this as a coach and a consultant. When you open your eyes and see these things, you can see his options were very clear. He needed to make only one decision out of two good decisions.
bam.
No,
One out
of two good decisions.
Agreed.
And the decision was very clear. Follow money or follow career. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Follow money or follow career. If you say you want to follow money, it's very straightforward. Just go and do Arab medical straight up. As in, don't even think about career. If you say you want to do career, then don't be asking for money. Because Chelsea can give you career. You'll be a big fish in a small pond.
Yeah.
If you are in Chelsea,
So we will not remember Jackson.
Who is Jackson?
If Jackson is mate.
No, Jackson is a musician. The one we know.
Jackson. He has
Yeah.
two goals. Oh.
No, Michael Jackson, that's the one I know.
That is
Jackson, the musician.
no. So from as far as I was concerned, if his decision was career, that's why I said I needed to know who are his consultants or who is advising him.
Yeah.
If your decision was career, then forget any talk about money. It should just be, what's the last that you people can pay me? If this is the last you can pay me, because I am looking for career, I'll take it. You cannot be trying to eat your cake and have it. So you now say, I want to follow career in Chelsea, and then I still want you people to pay me so amount. But if you want to follow money, just go straight to Arab money. Follow it and know that if your career goes down, it's just for a short while. You are still young. You are 25.
Yeah.
It's just a short while. And what I know is that inside that contract, at least what was said, inside the contract with Arab, there's a release clause.
Yeah.
So if after 1 year or 2 years that the max,
He knows with
he
you.
knows with you,
Terminate
you
the
can walk
contract.
away. £650,000 per week. Tax free. That's
You are shouting this tax.
almost the tax free is heavy. Because no matter what England pay you, there's almost like 30 to 40% tax on top whatever they pay you.
So coach, hold this one. As a player playing for Benin Diaspora.
Yes,
As a player playing for Benin Diaspora.
yes.
Yes.
Even if you don't have a manager right now,
Yes.
and this kind of offer comes,
What will I do?
what would you have done?
Well, okay. As a player, and
A current player.
as a player and as a Nigerian.
I hear that
No,
one.
you know,
I hear
as
that
a
one.
player and as a Nigerian, what am I going to England to do again?
You're thinking about your family.
What will you tell your children?
Like,
Yet unborn.
I hear the likes of
Children yet
Okocha, Anu Nwankwo, all of them, even Martins Obafemi, wouldn't have even looked at Chelsea. Odion Igalo wouldn't have even looked at Chelsea. They will go to Arab, make the money, because you cannot become the world best.
As in that, are you saying that cannot happen?
It can, okay, apart from George Weah, that have reached to that extent of becoming a Ballon d'Or winner, who else?
With everything you play as an
With
African.
everything, and that should be in 1992. So it doesn't mean that since 1993 up to now that Africa have not produced any world-class player.
So that means he should forget world best.
Forget
Okay.
about world best, forget
Okay.
Europe, go
Okay.
straight to the money, grab it, come back to Nigeria.
So you are saying that world best, he can't get it.
He cannot get
Europe.
he's already African best.
No, Europe, he can't get it.
He can't.
He has gotten African.
Yes.
So what you are saying is, what else is he looking for?
What else are you looking for? Go grab the money, you are 25, do your 2 years of probably 1 year. European teams will still come. And by that time, you are earning 650. So nobody coming for Europe will price you less than 400. That's the business part of football. You have to be thinking.
Who is advising this guy?
I don't think he has a good manager anymore.
Are you applying for the job?
He should apply me as the manager.
Are you applying for the job?
We'll make the money and he'll still become top player up there with the likes of Ronaldo and all the Messis of this world. He cannot compete. Like, just bring it out now. He's already there in the first 10 Ballon d'Or in terms of rating currently. So you don't have anything to pursue again. You are there. You've made the name. You are the Prince of Naples. That's what they call him in Napoli. He's the Prince of Naples. So what else do you need? And you know that your relationship with Napoli has ended as of last 2 seasons.
Okay, so another thing, what I want to also bring out, it may be a side of this. It may be a side of this conversation. But I said, for how good Osimhen is, right? You would think that top clubs would have been bowing at his feet. Why is it Arab and Chelsea
Prince of Naples.
that is coming for the Prince of Naples? The clubs, everybody in the world knows that clubs like Arsenal need a top 9. Real Madrid could have taken him. PSG could have taken him. These were all prospects throughout the transfer market. So what went wrong with Osimhen? Could he have? Do you understand?
Let it not be in my mouth that people heard this. I am thinking it might be character issue. Character in the sense that, because I know Arsenal is a club that likes players who will not give them all those behind the scene character issues. Attitude. When they tell you to come for training, you say, I can't answer the coach. They've had previous experience with Aubameyang.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Arsenal doesn't want those kind of, because Osimhen had the same issues with his national side.
That was that Finidi saga.
Yeah. He had the same issues in Napoli with the coach, where he had the same issue with players and all of that, which I think might be the same issue that is making other bigger clubs not go for him, because who knows if that's the same thing I'm sure Chelsea would have gone all the way to get him. I am thinking there's a small holdback too for Chelsea.
Why they didn't pull out all the stops?
All the stuff, because Chelsea was they
so
were not
so you're
pricing
saying
players.
So you were saying with Chelsea there was still a gambling element. There was still a gamble.
I think so,
because they are thinking, okay, let's get him because he's available.
Yeah.
But how do we manage him?
Exactly. With the kind of players they are setting up for their team. If you watch Chelsea currently, they are trying to set up players who will listen to the coach. That's why they are taking out all those big names, so that the coach can stand and say, I made this decision, and everybody listens to it. So that's one angle too. But moving on from Osimhen, who knows? Back to international football. did he come to Nigeria? I've been checked if they called him because after all the saga, we know Osimhen is usually the first guy they call in Nigerian national team.
That list.
Currently, he was invited, but due to his transfer saga, as at yesterday or early this morning, 3 a.m., he was still in Turkey. So probably he will be back to Nigeria maybe before their game on Friday.
Okay. Because we are back to international duties. A lot of players. I know Pate is back to Ghana for international duties. The number of people that are going to get, people like Casemiro need to get a breather, you know. People like Arsenal.
Casemiro, who is calling? I don't think Brazil named him in the squad.
At least you have clear head to go to his family and think properly. What did I do wrong?
Yeah, or go to a therapist.
Yeah, international break gives us the time for players who are not doing well to train well. Other players to be seen in the national team.
Even Chiesa didn't travel to Italy this time. He called the coach that, sorry, please remove my name from the Italian.
Serious?
Oh, Chiesa did that.
Yes, I want to
settle down
myself
my club
into Liverpool team.
Wow.
Because the way they are playing, I don't think that I will enter into this team. But
Federico Chiesa.
Yeah.
So even especially somebody like Ben White did not go. Wasn't called up.
Wasn't called.
Because he's a new manager now.
He's a new manager. And you know how these things work. The board will tell you we need this kind of player. I as a FA chairman, I had to call Ben White. He disrespected me during the Euros. He didn't listen to me. That kind of thing. Because I know that the coach will present his own list to the FA. Then they'll have to scrutinize it. Because I know that with what Ben White is playing, he's supposed to be among the first 5 to be called in England national team.
Okay.
But due to that feud or issue they had the last time, I think that's what's still holding them.
I was trying to look up the full list of Super Eagles, the full list that were invited for the what's it called? For the national team. I'm just trying to pull that up so that we can talk. There are one or two that I'm saying. Excuse me, sir. What are these people doing on the list?
Okay,
I'll pull it up.
They have a question mark.
We'll put it up on the screen. Producers, we put them up on the screen so that we will see this team sheet and see the people who were called to national team. But while we are looking at that,
yes.
I need us to talk on the Nigerians matter. I know, coach, you don't really like some things happening behind the scene in Nigerian national team. We had a coach that was called that stayed 4 days.
No, I had to go down to read on one of the articles the reason why the coach declined the offer.
Yeah, after 4 days.
After 4 days.
What was the reason, sir?
I don't
because
know.
I'm interested. I'm interested in that.
It's an article. He said that the senators
Yes.
had to tell him that if he cannot release 10% of his salary or wage,
If he cannot reduce it.
release it as in when you are being paid this amount, 10% of it will come to us. So if you cannot take it, if you cannot agree to this deal, it will make your life miserable.
Are you serious?
And you know that Nigerian football has to do a lot with politics. I'm sorry to say that.
So I'm coming. Senators wanted 10% of the guy's salary.
Who is paying the salary?
Now you now ask yourself, who knows how much that this foreign coach is going to earn? That these people are just getting only 10% out of it.
Who is tabling the invoice?
What me I want to understand is when they say they are asking for some of these things. Well, I don't know. I would need to see the news about that information because it doesn't make sense. The guy left his club to come and do vacation here for 4 days. Now after 4 days vacation, he went back because I don't believe
on a paid trip.
Yeah, all expenses paid now. all expenses paid vacation. That's what he came for. I don't think he came to take the job.
He came for sightseeing.
Yes, he came for sightseeing to see all the wonderful places we have and eat Nigerian jollof and stuff like that.
And he was in Abuja throughout.
so I don't believe
Sheraton
that.
Hotel.
I don't. Okay, I've gotten the list now. Why does it keep pulling out? I've gotten the list. Why now? I've gotten the list, and of course there were the regular names for goalkeepers, right? The regular names are there: Stanley, Nwabali,
and one was dropped.
Maduka Okoye, and Amas Obasogi.
Yes, Amas Obasogi.
Who are those people?
Exactly, I was going to ask. But a failed footballer in the Nigerian league would have met some of them in his career.
No.
During his time when he was boiling, before he became hot, and then
Remo Stars.
Remo
Stars goalkeeper.
You can know these people because you played.
I played in Nigerian league.
That's what I'm saying now. He played and failed. It's not a bad thing. There are some people that never played, but
No.
So
You're a senior boy.
You're a senior boy. You're a senior man.
Senior boy.
Even when he relocated, right? Even when he relocated, he still had those skills. But in his pursuit for money, he exchanged 6-pack for 6 figures. So I mean,
and I'll keep on saying, don't mind the body.
Mind the engine. My brother, it's okay.
We don't need like full 90 minutes to destroy it. That's a whole lot of minutes. Just give a good player. Just give him 20 to 30 minutes. The work is done. That's why when you go for trials, they give you 10 to 20 minutes.
For you to
show us what you can do.
Show working.
As a striker, they count the number of touches. As a midfielder, the number of passes you do. As a defender, the number of tackles and area battles won. So if you cannot do that work in the first 20 minutes of the game, you're out.
So right now you are saying you are a 20-minute wonder.
The
super sub. I hear you. The defenders in the team. Let me talk around the defender. William Ekong, Bright Osayi, regular names.
Yes.
Olisa Nda.
Olisa Nda. That's former Aqua United player.
Okay. But I think he's now in where is it? Fenerbahce. Turkey. Abi? Or where?
No, I think he's in South Africa.
Yes, Orlando Pirates. You're right. Orlando Pirates, South Africa.
Was Ola in that back?
No, Olisa Nda, Bruno Onyemachi, Oluwasemilogo Ajayi, okay.
That's Ajayi.
Ajayi, yes. Calvin Bassi and Olaoluwa Aina. Your guy.
Better player.
In boys. Yes. Inside the defenders, but I think the defenders are okay, but I don't know how far these defenders can go.
No. We have regular starters there. Ekon is there.
Yes.
Simi is there.
Yes.
Did he bring Tosin?
No.
Tosin is not there. We have Ola Aina. We have Kalumbasi. I think the back. Central,
that's the
defense is covered.
Ndidi is not back. Ndidi didn't come back.
Midfielders. Ndidi is there. Wilfred Ndidi. Raphael Onyedika. Club Brugge. Plays in Club Brugge. Yes. Al Hassan Yusuf Abdullahi. Fisayo Dele Bashiru. Frank
Dele is a good player.
Yeah, Frank Onyeka
is a good player.
Alex Iwobi. Then the forwards, this is where I like. Samuel Chukwueze, Victor Osimhen, Kelechi.
Yes, now.
Yes. Kelechi Iheanacho.
Senior Chaos.
All the way from Owerri. Senior Man Chaos.
Victor Boniface, Moses Simon, Ademola Lukman,
the man of the
and
moment.
then Taiwo Awoniyi.
Okay.
Yes.
So
the list is a solid.
I think we are going to dig out something great this time around.
With Egwavon.
Yes.
Egwavon is the interim.
I don't know what his role is, whether he's a coach or whether he's a technical. Because Egwavon is a tactician. He's a technical
in NFF. He's a technical coach,
technical
advisor. But now they made him the interim coach, bringing in Rangers international coach and Remo Stars coach
as his
assistant.
What are they going to do?
They're trying to do. They're picking from the grassroots.
I'm coming. They are trying to do local content Finidi is a foreign content.
Finidi couldn't, Finidi couldn't hold the boys together. How do you have a coach that is beefing players? That players will not listen to you. You need big name that has arrogance.
Finidi is not a big name.
No, he's a big name, but
He's not
a good manager.
Mm-hmm. So,
but he managed the guys that won this thing. Now, how did he do it?
Enyimba.
No, now how would he use the players that play for Enyimba and a player that Saudi is playing? No, now.
So what you are saying is that he didn't handle big egos very well.
You get the point now.
that's one thing in Nigerian football.
No, there's a place of money.
There's a place of money, and there is a place of
affluence also.
Influence and affluence.
Then there's also a place of I have been here before you. You have to
seniority.
Give them a throwback. When I was there,
I've done this thing that you're trying to do.
All these things, I've done it. Like those these kind of players, Nigerian players cannot do this kind of thing to somebody like Siasia.
Yes.
Or the late Keshi.
Hey,
you cannot.
Bossman. The big boss.
You cannot.
You tell you I'll ruin your career. I will call your agent.
They will definitely do it because they are big names in football.
Yes.
So Finidi cannot call some places outside Enyimba.
Sure.
So if it's all the small boys now,
and most of his time he spent most of his time in Europe. So yeah, he was like let me pamper them, let me pet them. It doesn't work like that for Nigerian players.
Just like you are. It doesn't like work like that for you.
It doesn't work like that.
So as a big name signing in Benin Diaspora. Yeah. So they
had 3 goals.
Yes.
Since last year, that's like
no, but he's an 8. He's an 8. So you cannot expect him to always score.
I'm inviting you guys to.
He said he moved him forward now.
As first 9 or deep line forward.
As first 9.
Who made that mistake?
And since the past weeks now, I'll be scoring week in, week out. Because it has to do with.
Anyways, guys, we have touched a little on everything that happened over the weekend and the international break. But this week we are going to see a number of matches being held across nations.
Yes.
So we will be back again to discuss how the players did in the international duties and some of the things that happened in the course of the match. We'll be here again to discuss some of those highlights. Please stay with us. Like, share, comment, follow, and once again, thank you, Broken Words Media, for allowing us use your space, because without you, we won't have this place to do these things. You can see all this
nice setup,
all this setup and all of these things. Thank you, Broken Words Media, and again for Witty and for Witty Beauty Shop, for
our able sponsors,
guys,
that keep us in business.
Thank you for keeping this business running. So without you, cameraman will not be rolling. I will not be able to invite these guys. Thank you guys for allowing the show. I really appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys next time again. Just like we say, ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.